Enscape continues to be our biggest focus. It's our most popular product. It's our most used product.
AI could be super useful as free yourself from the tedious stuff.
How do you get from a nice AI generated image back to a 3D scene?
We've talked about what's new and how it changes your work. In this episode, the harder questions: stability concerns, what's coming next, and how the community can shape where these products go from here. I know that some Enscape users, feel like the focus has shifted to Vero's end and Vision because of those integrations, right? And they're like talking about some instability, some performance issues. Is Enscape still the top priority of the team? And how are you guys going to address those concerns?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'd say the short answer is yes. Enscape continues to be our biggest focus. It's our most popular product. It's our most used product, and it's the one that we get the most feedback about. And I think for the average user, when they say they want better stability for large scenes, or when they say they want animation, or when they say they want AI ideation, I don't think the brand that we put behind it is necessarily the main thing. I think they want to make sure that they have the functionality, and we want to enable them to get access to that functionality, right? Which is why we bring in these other pieces like a Varus or like an Envision. But as part of that, obviously, the complexity of the product and the products grow, right? Because now they need to talk to each other. There's new features, there's new functionality. So, yes, I think we're very well aware, and we've received the feedback loud and clear that stability in some areas is it has gone downhill in a way that we do not want to. We don't want to keep going down that path. So I would say that for the foreseeable future, this is one of the biggest focus areas that we have.
Cool. And speaking of feedback, I understand that some users might be concerned about friction points regarding the use of very different softwares. Do you guys see that these new releases solve these frictions, or maybe they iron out some wrinkles that we might have in the workflow? Tom, how is it with Corona?
The friction point that we have for Corona is really getting to Vantage. For the second half of this year, 2026 at the time of recording, that's going to be basically my main focus. As the PM, I want us to put a lot of time and effort into Corona to Vantage, because also this is the 3D streaming. It uses the same Vantage technology. And then, of course, also we're looking to see if we can do the Vantage as a viewport. Don't know yet. As I say, we need to do some research, but we want to achieve that if we can get there. So that's the friction point that we want to address next.
Vlado, do we have something that you guys finally, figured out and, okay, this is not going to happen anymore?
There are still things that we need to iron out for sure. The Varus integration, even though straightforward, can be a lot better. So we'll continue to work on this. With the teams. The Vantage viewport is also kind of like none of the DCCs that we are working with, like 3ds Max, SketchUp, Rhino, none of them were actually designed to have a real-time ray traced viewport. So along the way of like implementing this feature, we come across different interesting situations that we need to solve one way or another. So I expect that over time these will get resolved.
Is there anything in the near future, like I won't say like later this year or next year, but is there anything on your roadmap that you're most excited about?
I'll go first if I may. The AI assistant was mentioned. It has come out in Enscape, and it is due to be implemented in Corona and Viva as well in the future. Again, I won't give you a timeline yet. And I'm excited about it because it's nice to be able to, for example, one of the things is what we call mood match. You can show it an image and it will find an HDRI for you in Cosmos. This is as it stands. Or it will set the parameters for the procedural sun and sky for you. And to me, that's pretty cool because, tweaking parameters, nobody wants to do that. You want to focus on the artistry, the composition. You want to free yourself. This is where I think AI could be super useful, is free yourself from the tedious stuff. So I am really looking forward to putting that into Corona.
Great. Peter?
I think the thing that I'm honestly most excited about is something that we've had in the back of our minds for quite a while, and it's a complicated problem to solve, but it's something that we call the Enscape inspector. So going back to our kind of discussion about some of these stability pieces, there are a lot of elements in a user's model or in a user scene that actually might influence the way that it performs, right? It's not just the hardware; it's also the way that we set up our models and our scenes. And this is a feature that we've kind of been thinking about to help give users more understanding and information about what is in the scene or what is in their hardware. Where can they make improvements, and where can they make some changes to basically get the best out of the product, right?
Our products have long stopped being just renderers. We, over the years, have added a lot of tools that actually help customers build their scenes, whether this is all kinds of scattering tools, whether it's procedural sun and sky systems, whether it's the Cosmos material library, Anima integration. We've tried to provide customers with as many other tools as possible to build their scenes. And we will continue that direction, but having a tool like Verus with generative AI makes it more interesting because let's say you have generated a nice image of your scene and you say, well, that's great, I have the image, but I want this in my 3D scene because I want to do animation, I want to move the camera someplace else, I want to have a real-time experience, whatever. So how do you get from a nice AI generated image back to a 3D scene? That is super interesting problem that we're looking into, and it is a hard problem, but bits and pieces of it can be solved, and we're doing some research with the Verus team that seem really promising. So I'm looking forward to seeing these come out in our products later this year.
I'd like to wrap this up by asking you guys. We have, of course, a community platform, which is CG Connect, and we're always there talking to everyone on Discord, on social media, and everything. But let's say I'm an Enscape user or a V-Ray user, Corona user, and I want to give you guys my feedback. I want you guys to know my struggles and my pain points and everything. How should I do it? How can I get in touch with you? How can I have my voice heard by the development team or whoever it needs to hear it?
If you have a technical issue, you have a bug that you want to report, then go through support. There are multiple ways to get through support, including in product links or the form on our website. For everything else, go to CG Connect and you will find links to forums or other resources that can help you out.